Okay, so let's go ahead and do this first in-class work problem number 1. So it says calculate the quantity of each ingredient required to prepare 10 pints of the following lotion. The first thing I want to do is just take this 10 pints and convert it to metric. All right, so that's number 1. So I'm going to do that by just good old 10 pints. And I know there's 473 mils per pint. My pints drop out, and I am left with 4,730 mils. Okay, so that's how much I need to make. That's 10 pints of this. Okay, so my total that I want is 4,730 mils. Let's go ahead and get our multiplication factor. I'm gonna do this over here. Our multiplication factor is how much we want, which is 4,730 mils, over how much this recipe is for. You're QSing up to 100 mils, so the total for this recipe or this formula is 100 mils. And that is going to give me a multiplication factor of 47.3. Okay? So that's my multiplication factor. All right, we've got that. Now let's go back over here. Again, I'm gonna wait to figure this one out. I could figure it out right now, but I'm just gonna wait. I can't multiply this by 47.3 because that's going to give me, I don't know, it'll say I need to make a 4.73%. But that's not what I want. I want a 0.1%. So that stays the same. 0.5 grams times 47.3. And that is going to give me 23.65 grams. All right? 70 grams times 47.3, and that gives me 3,311 grams. And then of course my 100 times 47.3 is going to give me my 4,730 mils, which is what we wanted. We knew that. Okay, total. All right, so again, total is 4,730 mils. Now I need to figure out how much hexachlorophene. So the question is just how much hexachlorophene is in 4,730 mils of a 0.1% solution. So all I need to do is, I can do this by dimensional analysis. I could convert my 0.1% into a decimal fraction, which would be 0.001, and multiply that by 4,730. Or I could, there are a lot of ways to do it, but here's how I'm going to do it. We know we need 4,730 mils of a solution, and we know that it needs to be 0.1% of hexachlorophene, which means there is 0.1 grams of hexachlorophene per every 100 mils of solution. Right now, don't be really worried about the fact that you didn't know whether to use, whether this was a weight to volume or weight to weight. I really should tell you in all the problems so you'll know whether to use grams or mils here, but either way, just be aware, your math is going to turn out to be exactly the same, right? Okay, so 4,730 times 0.1 grams over 100 mils, and that gives me, what does it give me? 4.73 grams of the hexachlorophene that I need. All right, there we go. And of course that makes sense because it's 0.1%. We had 4,730 mils total, so it better be something that has a 4, a 7, and 3 in that order in it with a decimal place somewhere, right? So that makes sense. So there you go. There's the answer. Calculate the quantity of each. You would need 4.73 grams of the hexachlorophene, 23.65 grams of acetyl alcohol, 3,311 grams of isopropyl alcohol, and you would just QS then or add enough water after you put those in a big beaker to make 4,730 mils, and you have exactly what you want. Okay? All right. I'm going to pause right here just to gather my mind around the next one, and then we'll get to it.